Hi, this is Liz, and today I'm actually starting off a little bit differently because I need to make a correction. In the last video I was talking about how I was going to start posting webcomics. I've got two webcomics going. The first strips for both of them are now up, so I'm going to say that they're both going. And I was talking about how I was going to post on Tapastic, which is not actually the name of the site. The name of the site is Tapastic. There's no T after the P. So it was basically a comprehension skills fail on the part of myself. I read it as taptastic when it's actually tapastic. Yeah. So apologies to anyone watching and apologies to the site for getting the name wrong. I will be correcting the description from last week and I'll be putting it in there properly this week. Yes. I'm also going to do something I've never actually done before. I'm going to recommend a video. So the video is called The Tale Teller. It's by a man named Josiah Brooks. His channel is Draw with Jazza. It's a really good channel actually. If you're into drawing or animating, particularly animating, it's a great channel to check out. But anyway, The Tale Teller was released a couple days ago, I think. What day am I on? Or was it released today? It's released today! I didn't realize that. It popped up in my subscription box and I sat down this morning and I watched it. I was going to watch it over breakfast, but I ended up just sitting there watching it because it was a very well made video. It's an animated short and it's lovely, and lovely is not even the right word. I'm not sure if it's just because I wasn't expecting it, but it really kind of got me. It's very well made, first off. The animation is wonderful, and the music is great, and it's a good short, and if you're looking for something to watch, maybe check it out. The Tale Teller. I will see if I can figure out annotations, and I will leave a link in the description, in the down below. So, back to the usual, having taken a nice detour, back to the usual format for today, Sunday video, which is what have I been working on this week? And I can show you some of what I've been working on this week, which is the Anthology. I'm doing a lot of stuff in the Anthology. There is a bit more on page 1, which I don't expect anyone to really be able to pick out, because it's difficult to. But there is more. There is more cross-hatching and detail work. Page 2 is done. It's all like, there's lines, and it's not just, yeah, it's done. Page 3 is also done. Haha, yay. I'm happy that they're done. And page 4 is on its way to being done. It's getting there. It's so getting there. Yeah. I need to really get the let out, because after page 4, there's 5 through 12. And I really want to get them finished by next weekend, if I can. It'd be great. I've got more of a chance of getting more pages done this coming week, because the other thing I was working on was the first strip for IMO, and that's up. It's up. It's on Tapastic, and it's also on my Patreon. So if you want to read it, you can go read it there. But because I do IMO part traditional, I do the line work by hand, and then I'm scanning it in and doing the rest of it digitally. It takes me longer because I'm much slower on the I'm very slow on the computer. So this week a good chunk of my time was spent doing that, whereas the next week I'm working on T's for Talking, which I do completely traditional and then scan it in, and this one's going to be in color. But yeah, traditional just takes me much less time. I've got much more practice with it, so I won't have to spend as much time on it, which feels kind of bad, but I won't have to spend as much time on it. So I'm going to have more time to work on the Anthology, although I am also working on the first episode of Wizart, which is coming out on Friday, which I'm desperately trying not to think about lest I scare myself silly. Sillier than usual, at least. So, yes, I'll hopefully be getting the anthology done. I should be getting all of the stuff I'm doing on paper at least done in the next week. But this week I've gotten that done, and I've also not done much in my sketchbook. I've done one, well, I finished off the tin can, dancing tin can, and I did a little doodle, the frowniest face, which was, I've been watching this Let's Play series on a channel called Extra Play, and it's of a game called Sir, You Are Being Hunted, and it's a very stereotypically British dialogue in there, and the guy playing it, Mr. Overguard, is so terribly British in it. I don't think he's actually that British in real life. I think he's really playing it up for the Let's Play, and it's amazing. It makes me feel like I'm home. But it's just a really fun series, and he made a comment about the frowniest face, and with a tiny monocle, and I really liked the idea, so I just drew it out. So yes, there's that, and that's kind of all I've done. It feels like I haven't stopped working, but I don't have a lot to show for it because a good chunk of the work I did was actually on the computer. And it felt like a lot of work because I am slow on the computer. But the hope is that the more I do it, the quicker I'll get, and the better I'll get. So, keep on keeping on. Right? Yeah. We'll say that. We'll say that. I don't think there's anything else to say. Look at my board of things to do. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. That's what I've done this week. I've done IMO, and I've done working on the anthology, and a little doodle, and finishing up the sketch. Well, that's it. Which seems like a lot, but it hasn't really been. And I've been doing research for Wizard. I've been doing that. Yeah. Should be a good episode. It's the first one, so it's going to be worse than the last, hopefully. I'm going to be optimistic and say I'm going to improve. So, yeah. That's what I've been working on. If you've got comments on either stuff I'm working on or video making, I'm always looking to learn and improve. Constructive criticism is greatly appreciated. If you guys are working on anything, please feel free to comment below or make a video, leave a link in the comments. Everyone can watch it, and we can all be like, yay, you're making stuff, that's great. Would you like some constructive criticism, or would you just like moral support? Moral support is good. And to all the people who have subscribed, thank you very much. You're lovely people. Wasn't expecting people to start watching, which is it's nice. It's nice that there's a bit more of a dialogue going. And I am going to say goodbye because I'm starting to get sentimental. So, yes, in the fashion of Sorry You're Being Hunted, pip pip cheerio. Cheers for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.